Alex, I wish you the best with your grading. I have said this before, and I'll say it again. I remember watching my dad sit at our dining room table and grade for what must have been days and days and days, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I didn't watch him the whole time, obviously, but I remember just massive amounts of paper all over the table, and perhaps, maybe, I know. Okay, I told Charlotte, how's it going, Michael? Oh, sorry. My table is really rickety. I do not have a desk. I have a card table, kind of this little card table. Oh, that's right. I need to pull these up because they bumped my table. I know. So I told Charlotte she needed to come in here before she went to bed and say goodnight to me. I have not gotten an actual recording of her saying it, but I really need to set aside some time to set up this blurb, whatever it is, on Twitch. I think it works with YouTube as well, but I don't know how it works through Restream. I'm not sure if it works. I don't know. I have no idea. But yes, I said, please come in here before you go to bed because I need you to do something for me. And I told her she needed to record it for me, and she was really excited about it, but we just haven't had a chance to do that yet. So, but I think my dad made his grading just a little harder for himself because, well, I guess I saw him grade multiple times, but his final in all his classes was to write a 10-minute play. So he had to sit and read all these 10-minute plays, and he had, I don't know, how many classes did he have? And he had to, and every single one of them had to write a 10-minute play for their final. It's one of the reasons I dropped my dad's class. Not a proud moment of mine, but my dad was never upset when he found out I dropped his class. He was like, I'm the hardest professor there is, so that doesn't really surprise me. So he wasn't really upset. Now, maybe he was, and he didn't actually tell me that. I mean, I don't really know. Maybe he was kind of upset and wasn't honest. I don't really know, but I felt kind of guilty about it, but I just, whatever, man. He was hard. And I had so many things going on at the time that I just was like, sorry, Dad. Like, I got work and I've got a play that I'm in that you're directing, and I've got other classes and I've got homework, and I was having issues with my then boyfriend at the time. And I just felt like I was way too in over my head. And so I was like, we'll see each other during rehearsals. Great. He didn't seem overly upset, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But I hope everybody's having a fabulous night. It's Sunday night. Last wind down before another week of life. You know, I just realized our church Halloween party is in 2 weeks. And I'm really worried about Charlotte's Halloween costume because my mother-in-law, as talented as she is, does not work very quickly on a deadline. She kind of sort of just works when she feels like working. And I think her problem is the fact that she knows she can do all of it really, really fast and it doesn't take her a lot of time. So she procrastinates it, but then inevitably something comes up while like in the middle of it. She'll run out of the fabric she needs and suddenly she can't get any, or she needs it shipped or something like that. Or she'll, you know, her sewing machine will break, or, you know, something will happen. I've had this happen too many times in my marriage to Ander. And we should have gotten on Charlotte's costume earlier, but I've been focusing on getting my costume together. But I don't know. This year, my church congregation is doing a table or treat instead of a trunk or treat, which I'm not really sure. I don't really understand the big deal with the trunk or treat. It just doesn't really make sense to me why people are kind of worried about it. I don't know. It's like, I don't feel like you're in super close proximity to people when you're trick-or-treating. I mean, yeah, people come to the door, I guess, and they hand you some candy, but they just put it in your bucket. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. But, I don't know. Normally we have chili, and normally we do a trunk or treat. And this year they're doing a table or treat. So every family decorates a table, apparently, which I've got a little kid who's doing the trick-or-treating anyway. So it's not like I'm going to be decorating a table or a trunk, or I'm not going to be handing out candy. But apparently they're doing pasta and table or treat. And I was like, I asked Andrew when he got home today, I was like, how do people feel about that? And he was like, you know how it goes. These things aren't necessarily like hardwired into church congregations, but we've done them a certain way for so long that anytime people try to deviate from what's been done in the past, there are always going to be people that complain or that don't agree or whatever. And today during Sunday school, when they announced they were sending up a sign-up sheet, which struggled to get around. Alex has mentioned that before. It struggled to get around, and I don't know why people have such a hard time sending around a sign-up sheet. But oh, hey Shadowhawk, how are you? How's it going? I've had 2.5 Dr. Peppers today, which is more than my usual. Normally I try to limit myself to 2 Dr. Peppers, 2 cans of Dr. Pepper. And today I had 2.5, which isn't even that much, but anyway, somebody was like, don't be surprised if chili shows up at the food table anyway. And I was like, yeah, that'll probably be me. I like my slow cooker stuff, you know? I don't know. By the way, I'm working on a tiny project while I'm talking to you guys. I'm taking these pieces of paper and I'm wrapping them around a pencil. This is my backdrop for my YouTube singing videos, and I've already made so many of these, but I need more. And I've strung them on thread. And so, oh, nice. I don't think I've had anybody do that. And so we make this little curly Q. So I string them behind me. Okay, I need a prop. This is everybody's favorites. Yes. Now I look smarter. Although, oh, Shadowhawk, sorry. I'm awesome. How are you? I'm good. I am good. Got a new week coming up, you know. My baby's sleeping through the night. So, you know, it's good. It's good. Things are going okay. We've got Halloween coming. Actually, tonight it's supposed to get down to like 46 degrees, which is absolutely insane. Totally bananas. Still in like the 70s during the day, but in the mornings, man, I can't even take Auden on my morning walks because it's 46 degrees out. And I mean, I could if I bundled her up. When I used to take Charlotte on my morning walks, what was the cutoff? I think it was 40 degrees. But I don't even have any winter clothes for Auden because I don't know. I was so loaded with clothes with Charlotte, and with Auden, I'm just kind of like, whatever. Baby number 2. I should have held on to more stuff of Charlotte's, but we didn't have any way of knowing we were going to have another girl. So I didn't want to hang on to all this stuff in vain. So we didn't. Of course, now I kind of wish that we had hung on to more stuff, but that's okay. These classes make making these curly cues a lot harder. Oh, tonight is a momentous occasion. I officially finished one of Anders' sentences correctly. I think we all need to take a moment. I've tried for years and years and years to finish his sentences. Whenever he's talking to me, I always try to finish his sentences, and I'm always wrong. And tonight, for the first time, I legitimately finished one of his sentences correctly. I was very proud of myself. So tonight is a momentous occasion. We've been married for how long? You'd think I'd be able to finish the sentences, but well, you know, it is what it is. Whatever. I think I know him really, really well, and I feel like every time I offer what I think he's going to say, I'm like, why didn't you say that? That would have, you should have said that. I don't know. I guess it's my head. It's in my head. Hallelujah! I know, I'm kind of bummed we can't use that emote in chat, or at least on stream chat. Apparently I have to get like a certain amount of subscriptions or something, or no, subscriber points or something like that. And if I reach a certain amount of subscriber points, I get another emote, option unlocked, I guess. I don't know how many emotes you can have. I don't even really know how the emotes work on YouTube, to be honest. I'm not really sure how that works. Because Michael, if you type, oh, well, you don't even have the emotes like in your chat, do you? I think you'd have to like actually type it out, but I don't think it actually works. I think they only work through Twitch, which is a bummer. YouTube is kind of, yeah, yes. Oh man. Oh, that reminds me. I actually saw a video the other day about somebody catching a giant squid. I guess it wasn't technically a giant squid on camera, and it was a really clear shot. I will never go that deep into the ocean. I could always go the BTTV route. I think I have the BTTVs activated on my Twitch channel. Can you use those in YouTube chat? I feel like YouTube could do a better job, honestly, you'd think that because Twitch has the way it's all set up, you'd think YouTube would be right behind them because people really enjoy it. It's a great way to engage. You'd think that YouTube would kind of be able to like come up with some better way, but in order for you to use, actually, I think you can use emotes in YouTube, but I think you need to be partnered, or they don't have an affiliate. I think they have some sort of partner. And I think in order to be partnered with YouTube, you have to have like some astronomical amount of views that is so unrealistic. It's totally outrageous. Oh, no, I just meant add more emotes to your Twitch channel. Oh, shoot. I forgot a tissue box. My allergies have been through the roof over the last couple days. I don't know what is in the air. Ander is on daily allergy meds, and so is C Prime. But I am not. And so for the last couple days, I've started taking allergy meds, but they kind of take a little while to kick in. I thought I was sick for a while because my head hurt and I just felt so congested. I didn't have a cough or anything, but I could not stop like sniffling. My nose was stuffed and then it was runny and then it was stuffed and then it was runny. So anyway, if I have to run and find a tissue box, maybe I won't. I don't know. But if I sound slightly congested, that's why. But I'll have to look into the emotes on Twitch because like I said, I know if I get a certain amount of subscriber points, I can add another like personalized emote. I don't know. I will be honest. I don't know exactly how all of that works. So I don't know. I'll have to delve into it. There are all these things that are on my to-do list. I have this running to-do list. And I will admit that over the last week, I have gotten a few of those things done that I've had on my to-do list for months. And that feels really good to have those done and be like, all right, I finally did that. But I have this running list of things to do. I have to choose very wisely how I use my time when Auden is asleep because she naps twice a day, but I only get one of those naps to kind of do whatever I want because she naps right during the time Charlotte gets home from school. So I guess I have about an hour before I have to go walk down to the bus stop and get Charlotte. But that's okay. That's fine. I've got to just learn to prioritize. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I've been thinking, where do I start with this? So we were watching, Charlotte has been obsessed with this new My Little Pony movie that was just released on Netflix. I don't know if any of you were into My Little Pony. I was into My Little Pony when I was a small child, but apparently there's like a whole big group of people, males that call themselves bronies. They love My Little Pony for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I guess the animation is good. The storyline is relatively clever. Anyway, Charlotte was really into My Little Pony for a while, and now they have created the new generation of My Little Pony, which, let's be honest, they're never going to stop. There's always going to be a new generation, a new upgrade to the My Little Pony. But we've had this kind of group of 6 ponies for a while, which that's where I get my Pinkie Pie. I tell people I'm like Pinkie Pie. I'm like totally insane. But apparently they've come out with a new movie on Netflix, and Charlotte's been watching it almost every single day when she gets home from school. And so after the movie ended the other day, we saw an ad for this show called A Tale Dark and Grim. And it was rated TVY, and it's basically all the Grimm fairy tales, but it was all 3D animation for little kids, apparently. And you know how Charlotte is. She's intrigued by creepy stuff, much like her mom, because I just read a list of like the 25 scariest movies like ever made or something like that, and all the ones I'd never heard of, I went and Wikipedia'd so I could actually, hey, look who it is. You need to come say get on out of here.
That's why you wanted me to come see?
Uh-huh. Yeah, come on over here. You gotta say it into the microphone right here.
Okay. Get on out of here.
We need to record that so they can play it whenever they want.
Oh yeah, I could do it better. Get on out of here.
That was good. That was really good. Okay, I love you, sweet girl.
Oh yeah, nice.
I have not acquainted. Sorry, these glasses make it hard for me to see. I have not acquainted myself with the My Little Pony cinematic universe yet. Or the MLPCU. Yeah, I don't really understand the hype. I will not lie. I've seen almost every single episode, and while the animation is really pretty and really nice, and even this new one that's 3-dimensional, the animation is once again really pretty and really nice, it just doesn't really do it for me. I can see why some people like it, but anyway, so this trailer came on for this show. It's like a children's show of Grimm fairy tales. And it's told by 3 ravens, and they said something like, wait a minute, you can't tell a story like that to kids. And I thought, oh no. And of course, 11 out of 10, I'll be sure to tell her, 11 out of 10 stars. They say you got 11 out of 10 stars. I know, crazy.
Good night, pizza paste. Good night, pizza pieces.
Pizza pieces or pizza faces?
Pizza pieces. Good night, pizza pieces.
I love you. Good night. So anyway, naturally, the next day, she came home and she wanted to watch this Tales Dark and Grim. And I thought, are you sure? But it's 3D and it's animated. Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking about this over the last couple days because, first of all, the show starts out, it follows Hansel and Gretel, brother and sister, who have this lovely home in this castle. And then their parents decide to cut their heads off. And I was like, wait. This was happening while she was sitting on the couch and I was kind of in the room with her. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Hansel and Gretel are like 14 and 12. I was like, what are you talking about? And then sure enough, one of the ravens was like, come on, man. You can't talk about that in a kid's show. And he was like, oh, we're going to talk about it. We're even going to show it. And then they showed puppets that were silhouetted against like a backdrop. And they showed the parents chop off their kids' heads, which was shocking. And I kind of looked over at Charlotte and I was like, are you okay with this? Because obviously there was no blood or anything. It was just puppets. And she goes, yeah, I'm okay. And I said, okay. So I had an inkling, but I was like, that's okay. Like, we'll keep watching. But I was wary. So anyway, they sew the heads of their children back on with magic thread, and the children come back to life. But then they're like, holy crap, we remember everything. Our parents beheaded us. We need to run away. So they ran away to look for better parents. So they go spend the night in the woods, and then they come across a candy cottage with a woman living inside who says, I love children. And she pulls this knife out of nowhere.
That's it? Those 4 things?
Yeah, and then I will make the peanut butter sandwich tomorrow morning. And she pulls this knife out of nowhere, and you think she's gonna like chop up the kids, but she chops this candy cane that's next to her door and chops the candy cane off, like the top of the candy cane off, and she starts fattening the kids up because she wants to cook them. So she fattens them up, and then when it finally comes time for her to try and cook them, there's this big scuffle and everything, and the girl, who I'm pretty sure is Gretel, I think, pushes the witch out the 2nd story window, where she is then impaled on a candy cane, the shattered, like, pokey, jagged candy cane that she chopped the day before. And the kids walk past her impaled body on this candy cane, and there's no blood, but she is very clearly dead with a candy cane coming up out of the middle. And I was like, Charlotte, we're going to turn this off. And she had this kind of glazed look on her face. And I was like, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, I think I'm okay. And I said, we're turning this off and you're watching something else. And she goes, yeah. Oh, hey, it's True North. How are you? Yeah, these are my, oh, I forget. You guys get a glare on my face. I guess I should probably like keep my head very still so you guys don't get that glare. Yeah, that's thanks to Shadowhawk and their channel point redemption. I guess I could take them off. I don't think I put a time limit on it, but so yeah, it was horrifying, and that's made me think, because I saw a lot of things when I was a small child that scared me, and I spent many nights super frightened in my room. I was scared of the dark. I wanted to sleep with my room door open. I always had a stuffed animal next to me. I had this big teddy bear I named Hobbs, who was literally my size when I was that little. And I always slept next to the wall, and then I slept with him on the other side of me with my arm hooked in his, and I always dreamed that he fought whatever nightmares came to my room. Like the Sandman that stole the little boy's eyes and all that stuff. Because I was always watching wackadoo things when I was a kid. And I suddenly realized I was scared a lot as a kid because my parents had no idea what I was watching. They had absolutely no clue what I was watching. And my mom just saw animation and thought, oh, this is for kids. So she just put it on for us. And I don't necessarily really blame her, but a lot of those animations we watched had no ratings because they were foreign. So yeah, I saw things that I never should have seen before. Or never should have seen at all at that young age. And then when my brother started playing scary games like Silent Hill and, you know, things like that, and I was watching them with, you know, watching him play those games, my mom was totally clueless what was going on. And I used to go get in bed with my mom so many times because I was always scared. And I've always kind of felt like I'm a little bit of a helicopter mom when it comes to whatever Charlotte's watching. And sometimes I'm like, oh, self, you need to lighten up. Like, not everything is the worst. You know, she's fine. But the reality is I was scared a lot as a kid because I saw things I shouldn't. And I don't want Charlotte to feel that way. I was usually afraid of the dark alone in my room at night. And Charlotte is not. And I really think a lot of that is because she just hasn't seen the things I saw when I was a kid. I mean, how many of you guys have said in chat that you saw like Alien when you were like 7 or like It when you were like 10 or something like that, you know? Like, we all watched crazy things when we were kids and our parents were like, whatever, you'll get over it. But guess who she has to come wake up and get into bed with when she gets scared? Me. She's not going to wake Ander up, because I'm the one that's home with her most of the time, and Anders usually working the next morning anyway. So I was just like, you know what? I'm really glad that I actually am more aware of what she's watching than my parents were, because now she doesn't have nightmares nearly as often as I had. Oh my gosh. I was always scared of something. And that's also because I'm a weenie. I know that. I understand that. But I was really scared I had a cold, but I do not have a cold. I just have really, really bad allergies, and I don't know what is in the air, but it is something. I'll tell you what. Okay, I'm going to make like just a couple more of these curly cues, and then we'll head on over to Pelican Town. Okay, as far as Metroid Dread goes, I have not purchased it yet, because I was afraid that if I purchased it, I would be too tempted. Too tempted to play it. But if there's kind of an overwhelming... I mean, obviously I want to play it. But I was planning on kind of getting further in Stardew Valley before I started Metroid Dread. But we also have this community challenge going of me playing a creepy, not scary, terrifying game. And so it kind of depends on when that falls, too. I have decided, did I say this last time? I have decided that we will do, I'm not making this Metroid Cake Ball baking stream community challenge. We're going to do it regardless to celebrate Metroid Dread, probably after I beat it, I would imagine. That's not being a helicopter mom. A helicopter mom calls or emails her daughter's professor asking about her daughter's grades. That is true. It's true. I can't always come back to Stardew. That is true. Alex, you have a point. Oh yeah, I had a coworker when I was younger that was probably like 17 or 18, and she had her mom call in and ask for time off for her. And I was like, I'm only 16 and I'm pretty sure I know that that's kind of ridiculous. But that's just me. Yeah, my dad ran into that too, having parents that called about their college-age kids and being like, well, why is my son this? Or why isn't my daughter this? My dad would be like, I'm sorry, how old is your kid? Your kid is in college. Like, your kid is not going to survive if you are going to do this throughout your whole... I don't know. I just know my parents were very clueless about what we were watching, and it resulted in lots of fear from me. Was my brother that scared all the time? I don't know. Was my sister that scared all the time? I don't know, but I was. But I'm also just more of a weenie than both of them, I think. You had to cite FERPA. I don't know what that means. Saying I'm not allowed to talk to the parent unless the student authorized it. Oh, that's good. That is great. Some parents, man, I can kind of see my mother-in-law doing something like that. Oh, Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. That makes sense. That does make sense. I can kind of see my mother-in-law doing something like that. She used to march down to Anders' school if a teacher wasn't like, I don't know, she would pull Ander out of classes if she felt like the teacher wasn't funny enough or wasn't entertaining enough, or if the teacher was being too hard on Ander or whatever. I mean, she has walked into like workplaces and been like, you're not treating my daughter, you're not giving my daughter enough time off, or, something like that. My parents never did that for me. I remember one time I worked at Joann Fabrics. It was my very first job. I was 16 and I was sick, and I could not find a single person to cover my shift. And I mean, I was really sick. I was probably feverish. I didn't really know I had a fever at the time, but I even had people, when I was putting fabric away, I even had people, like customers, ask me if I felt okay. I was probably either green or white, like really pale. I don't know. I was coughing. I was miserable. My head hurt. I just felt like crap. I had body aches. I called every single person on that list of people I didn't even know that worked for the company. Nobody would take my shift. And I guess I could have called my parents, maybe. I was only 16 and it was my very first job. I went to my manager and I was like, I am not doing well. I need to go home. And she was like, you need to either find somebody to cover for you or you need to stay. And so I decided to stay. I don't know how I made it home from that shift. I worked a 6-hour shift. I was coughing. I was trying not to cough on the fabric. And this goes down to just the working class and just kind of like crappy jobs that don't value their employees very much. And, I was just a peon, and they were like, well, we need you, so you need to stay. I don't know how I got home from that shift. I just remember pulling up in front of my house, walking up the front steps and collapsing and passing out on my front porch. And luckily, my dad was walking past the front door, and the front door, we had a screen door, and so the front door was open, but the screen was closed, and he saw me lying in like a crumpled heap on the ground. And then I ended up having to take like the entire next week off of work because they didn't let me go home and get to a doctor when obviously I was very, very ill. So then I had to make that awkward phone call and be like, yeah, I'm not going to be in for the rest of the week. Maybe my parents made that because I was so delusional, because I was so feverish. But that sucked. And I was like, this shouldn't be how it is. Like, I shouldn't have to beg my manager because clearly I did not look well. Customers were telling me that. And then I took Christmas off at that job. Speaking of that job, I took Christmas off because I went to Boston to stay with my Aunt Judy and my cousin Eliza. And I flew out there by myself and spent Christmas with them. And I got it approved and everything. And I was, I went, and when I got home, I went into work and I checked the calendar, and I wasn't anywhere on the calendar. And I found that kind of odd, but I was like, okay, well, clearly I'm not scheduled to work this week. So I just, I'd never had a job before. So I just kind of waited. And then I went in the next week to check the calendar, and I wasn't on the calendar again. So I called my manager and I was like, why am I not scheduled on the calendar? And he goes, oh, yeah, you don't work here anymore. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean I don't work here anymore? And he was like, yeah, over the holidays, we had you scheduled a couple times and you left us, you never showed up. And our policy is 3 times of no call, no shows. That's a voluntary termination. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was out of town for the week of Christmas. I got that approved. Like, I guess I didn't really have paperwork to show it, but I was like, I'm sorry, I'm really confused. And he was like, yeah, I don't know where you were, but I called and left messages. His words, not mine. He said, I don't know where you were, probably at the mall with your friends. And I was like, excuse me, sir, but I value this job and I would have been here. Anyway, he told me he left messages. My dad was like, I got no such voicemail, no message from your work while you were gone. I haven't ever gotten a message. So obviously that job sucked, and that manager sucked, and everybody there sucked. And I had crappy coworkers. Well, not all of them were crappy, but I mean, it was a Joann Fabrics. What are you going to get? But yeah, I was pretty horrified. I was like, that was my first job. And I remember being like, gosh, is every job like this? This is terrible. Why do I have to have such sucky managers? I haven't always had bad managers, but he was definitely a crappy manager. And he had such a haughty way about him. And I kind of want to be like, dude, you manage a Joann Fabrics. Like, deflate your head a little bit. You manage a Joann Fabrics. So I don't remember where I went after that, but that was my first job. I don't remember how long I was there, but I did work a Black Friday. Got there at like 4 a.m. or something, and all these little old ladies are out standing in a line out in front of the store, freezing their tails off. We're so excited. We're going to make pajamas for our grandkids. Hey, it's J-Hops and Bishop. Oh, thanks. You can thank Shadowhawk for that, for redeeming some channel points. Bosses like that are the worst. Sounds like he messed up and used you as a scapegoat. That's what I think. And that's what my dad thought. My dad was like, you know what? Screw him. Like, I know I've always had really pretty high work ethic, regardless of whatever the job was I did, except the one time I worked at a place that was a telemarketing place. There was kind of this place in my hometown where everybody kind of like tried to take a shot at working because they thought it sounded like easy money, and it was actually really just a terrible job. And it really was. It was just telemarketing where you just call people. It was basically taking advantage of old people and trying to get them to sign up for like phone services or internet services or whatever. And I couldn't do it. I could not do it. But that didn't mean I didn't try. I mean, I did. And then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? This is not for me. Some people can do this. I can't. So I got on out of there. I was like, I am not going to subject myself to this or other people to this. It wasn't a scam, but I don't know. I didn't feel good about it, but I've had jobs that I've really liked and jobs that I really haven't liked. Obviously, I think we've all been through that, but yeah, my Joann Fabrics days were not ideal. I remember I worked for the store Aeropostale in the mall. I worked there when I lived in southern Utah when Andrew and I were dating, and then right after we got married before we moved back to southern Utah. And I remember working a Black Friday there as well. And I remember I was one of the fastest cashiers we had. I was really, really fast at bagging people's purchases. And I'd get all these excited ladies that would come up to the register and be like, we've been up since 3 o'clock this morning and we're so excited. And I'd always make conversation with them and be like, that's crazy. You're totally crazy. And they'd be like, we know, we love it. And apparently one of our like district managers happened to be there, and she was taking a lunch break in the back, and she was like, I came back for my lunch and she goes, I really don't appreciate you calling. Hey, Popinski, how are you? She said, I really don't appreciate you calling our customers crazy. And I was like, well, you heard them. They fully admit it. I think it's pretty clear that most people that are willing to get up at 3 a.m. and go shopping are crazy. And I was like, I don't say it in a mean way. I'm just making conversation. And she gave me one of those like up and down looks with pursed lips, like that women are very, very good at. And then she said, I will say though, that you are the fastest like cashier / bagger I've ever seen. So I guess I'll let you off this one time. I was like, okay. Yeah, everybody at some point in their lives, someday, when and if any of you have kids, please encourage your kids to work in a customer service type job, whether it's the food industry, retail industry, something. They don't have to work in it for long, but I think everybody needs to know what it feels like to, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Everybody needs to know what it feels like to have to deal with crappy customers. I 100% think every kid should have to do that, because there are a lot of people that don't. I think I've worked in customer service for at least 2.5 years. It's a long time to work in customer service. And see, I mean, I guess I did lashes, which is customer service, but that's slightly different because I went to school for it. It was my trade. I mean, yes, I was dealing with, it was a customer service type kind of job, but it wasn't that kind of low paying customer service job where you're working at like a retail store or you're working in food service or whatever. I will say my clients were pretty nice to me for the most part, but it was very clear that they thought the front desk girls were basically just scum on the bottom of their shoes. Some of them, not all of them. But I definitely had some clients that they would be really nice to me, and then they'd go up front and be like super rude to the front desk girls. Oh, Kate, these glasses are making my ears hurt. I gotta take a break from said glasses. But I did have a girl who was, yes. So Andrew, did he get that Ninja Turtle shirt at Goodwill? Shoot, now I can't remember. He's gotten all sorts of funky shirts. He has a Rocco's Modern Life shirt that his mom found at the store called Five Below, which everything is $5 and under. He has the Ninja Turtles shirt, and then he had another shirt that was kind of one of those, it was kind of a throwback shirt. I cannot remember what it is though, but most of the time if he needs t-shirts, we just go to Goodwill because they're like $1.99, and he doesn't care what he's wearing at all. Every once in a while he'll get some shirt with like an obscure band or something on it, and every once in a while somebody will be like, oh yeah, I really like that band too, and Andrew will be like, yeah man, no, I don't have a clue who these people are. I got this shirt at Goodwill. And then he gets fishing shirts and stuff, you know, from like tournaments that he enters or whatever. So he rarely ever has to actually buy shirts. But one time when I was pregnant, I was probably like 7 months pregnant. I was working full days on Saturdays doing lashes. We closed at 6. And we had this girl that came in that was kind of problematic from what I'd heard. I do need to get him a Kalulu shirt. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. I don't even own a Kalulu shirt. I need one. They don't have little kid sizes, or else I would get Charlotte one. She would love one. I need to get her the blanket. She would really love the blanket. But this girl came in and her normal lash tech wasn't in town. So she had decided to go with me. I was more expensive, but she was complaining about the fact that the girl she normally saw was out of town and that I was the only one available. So she basically demanded to see me at a regular stylist price. Fine. I don't care. Whatever. Money is money. If you are really that passionate about it, fine. That's fine. I'll take you regardless. Like, my prices were not set by me. They were set by corporate because we were a franchise at the time. But I was like, whatever, I don't care. So it's at the end of the day, my back hurts, my body hurts, everything hurts. I want to go home. I'm tired. I've been working on people all day. I loved my job, but I was ready to go home. She was my last one. She comes in, and she was really like very boho, kind of like she might have gotten high off of something before she came in. I'm not really sure. And she came in and was just kind of like talking in this really ethereal kind of like, hey, yeah, babe, like, oh, totally, yeah, oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, well, normally I see Emily, but she's out of town, so I just decided that, you know, I just couldn't wait. You know how it is. You know, babe, like, you totally know how it is. Okay, come on back. So I bring her back, ask her, you know, confirm what Emily usually did for her. And she was like, yeah, babe, totally, babe. That's exactly what she does. You've got it. Totally. I'm not exaggerating. Anyway, she talked the whole time about her boyfriend. She told me all sorts of things she shouldn't have told me about like what they did together. And she was like, he is an awesome lover, babe. Like, I mean, I'm just not even kidding. She talked my ear off the whole time about who knows what. I don't even really remember. That's one of the things that stuck out. By the time we finished, she was my last appointment. So it was 6 o'clock at night. My back was killing me. I give her the mirror and I said, okay, how do they look? And she said, oh my gosh, babe, these look amazing. Again, yes. She was like, oh my gosh, these look so good. So good, babe. These look awesome. Thank you so much. And I said, of course, you're welcome. I'm so glad I'm glad you're happy. And she was like, I'm just going to run to the bathroom really fast. And then, you know, I'll go ahead and pay. And I said, okay. So I was getting all my stuff clean. I was at the back of the salon. So we had this long hallway that she had to walk up. So anyway, she was in the bathroom for like almost 10 minutes. And I was kind of worried. I was like, has she like passed out in there? Is she, I don't know. And she finally comes out of the bathroom and she goes, all right, thanks, bye. And she leaves. I was the only person other than the front desk girl left in the salon. All the other stylists had left. Everybody had appointments that ended early. I was the only stylist there left. So I'm cleaning up my stuff and the front desk girl comes back to me and she goes, she says she's not happy. And I was like, what? She just told me she loved them. She said, well, she says she has glue on her eyelid. And I was like, oh yeah. So in order to place a lash on a lash, I pick up a synthetic lash, dip it in some adhesive, and then I place it on a natural lash. And every once in a while, my tweezer grip kind of goes wonky and my lash flicks out of my tweezers. And I remembered that one lash did flick out of my tweezers and hit her lid, but the glue dot was literally a pinprick. I mean, you could barely see it. I'm surprised she even saw it. And I had remembered that I was going to get it, and then I just forgot because I was, you know, listening to her and I was in my groove and I was talking and whatnot. And I was like, oh, okay. No, she's right. I did like flick a lash on her accidentally. Tell her to come on back and I'll take care of it for her. My front desk girl was like, oh, okay. She seemed really relieved. And, so she comes back and she goes, I'm so sorry, babe. So sorry. So sorry. And I said, no, it's my bad. I'm sorry. Let me fix this for you really fast. So I get the glue off like that. And I hand her the mirror again. And I said, do these look okay? And she goes, yeah, babe, these look great. So great. They look so great. Thank you. I said, okay, I'm glad to hear that. So she leaves, walks up. I sit in my room, still cleaning my stuff up. Front desk girl comes back again and she goes, she says she's not paying full price. And I was like, okay, she's lying to one of us. So who's she lying to? Is she lying to me or is she lying to you? And she was like, I don't know. What do I do? And I said, you know what? She doesn't want to pay full price. How much does she want to pay? She's not even paying full price. She's paying a price that I don't even normally charge. And she wants another discount? And my front desk girl, obviously it wasn't my front desk girl's fault. And my front desk girl was just like, I don't know. She just said she's not happy. And I was like, well, you know what? I don't care. She wants to pay what? $25? She wants 50% off of this fill, which she was being charged 50 for. My original price was 75 and we were only charging her 50. And she basically came up to the front, put her keys down and said, I am not paying full price for these. Emily does a way better job and I am not paying full price for these. Absolutely not. No way. After she had literally twice just looked in the mirror and been like, yeah, these look totally great, babe. So I was like, you know what? I don't care. Charge her $25. I want to go home. My back hurts. I feel sick. I want to go home and I want to lay down. And my front desk girl was like, okay. So she left and I never saw her again. But I just don't understand. I don't understand how people can be so hurtful and mean and how you can be so incredibly two-faced. I don't know who she was lying to. I don't know if she was lying to the front desk girl or if she was lying to me. I have absolutely no idea. And when her regular girl came back, I was like, what is her deal? And she was like, oh, she's totally a pathological liar, for sure. Like everything that comes out of her mouth, totally a lie. For sure. And I was like, okay, because she was lying to somebody. I don't know who she was lying to, but man, she made me so angry. And it was just one of those situations where like, I really loved my job and I was really proud of what I did. And I was good at what I did. And so to have somebody fling that back in my face like that, but obviously she was too cowardly to actually say it to my face. So either she was too cowardly to say it to my face or she legitimately, like, I don't think she was lying to me. I think she was lying to the front desk. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I don't remember her name. There was a while there where I could remember all my clients' names and although she wasn't really a client of mine, but I think it's important for every person to work some sort of customer service job, even if it's only for like 6 months, just to understand how it feels to have other people treat you so poorly simply because you are working a certain job. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a college degree and you're waiting tables maybe to just pay some of your extra bills or make some extra money or whatever. It doesn't matter. If you're working one of those jobs, there are people out there that will treat you so poorly just because of that and think you're beneath them. It's awful. I personally cannot take a person seriously if they treat their server poorly. Like if I'm out with friends, my stepdad used to do this. If I'm out with friends or like family and somebody in the party is really rude to our server, I have worked in the food industry. My husband was a server for years. My brother was a server for years. I am instantly aggravated. And I am always like, okay, this is a problem. Like I have had to correct the behavior before in groups of like in family groups. And my stepdad was really bad at it. And he always blamed his diabetes. And he would always say, oh, well, my diabetes makes me really cranky because my blood sugar is low. Dude, no. Like you can't walk into a place that has an hour-long wait and get angry that they have an hour-long wait. It's a Friday night. Why are you mad? Order an appetizer while you're sitting here if your blood sugar's low. Bring a granola bar. You are in control here, sir. Ugh. So angry. The problem is these types of people, even if they get customer service work, they get fired quick. That is true. That's why you got to start them young. You got to start them when they're like teenagers, like early 20s. They got to know, man. They got to know what it's like. Rather than adapt and evolve, they just stay the same because they are fired. Yeah, that's probably true. And then they blame the employers. They're like, what? Why did they fire me? It's their problem. And if they stay, they probably treat customers like crap, causing the business to suffer. It's true. Have these people try coordinating a wedding ceremony like I do? Yes. See, any sort of dealing with customers. And I kind of hate to say it, but the wealthier the customers, the worse it is, for sure. Like my clients were, a lot, not all of my clients, but a lot of them. And when I say my clients, ultimately, my clients were very kind to me. They treated me really well. They treated my front desk girls really well. For the most part, I really adored my clientele. But that was just mine. I don't know anything about my coworkers. I mean, there were 6 other lash stylists. Like, these are some tough stories. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Hey, it's Caramba. Oh, thanks. This is my dress. This is my church dress that I wore today, actually. It's very comfortable. So I was going to change it to something comfortable, but then I thought, I'm already wearing something comfortable. My mom bought it for me, so I'll make sure to tell her that you said that. No, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It's just people are usually really surprised when they hear stories like that. I mean, the stories that I have from working at PF Chang's as a hostess, some of the ways people acted and stuff, and some of the stories Ander has and everything, people are just shocked. They're like, really? Oh my gosh, people act that way? Yes, people act that way a lot. Like, you would not believe how mean people can be. And at restaurants, people always kind of like to pawn it off on being hungry. But the reality is, like, you're talking to another human being here. It doesn't matter how hungry you are. Like, come on. Everything is fine. I promise. Everything's fine. There was me being like, should probably type shirt/dress. Yeah, it is. It's a dress. It like has this little tie in the middle. And I will be honest, had I seen it on the rack, I don't know if I would have bought it. But since my mom bought it for me, I tried it on and I wore it with some little ankle boots today. And I was actually very, very pleased with the overall look. So my mom has super good taste. Shout out to Mom for her super awesome taste. I've worked since I was 16. So I've worked lots of jobs that have, I've worked food service and I've worked retail. And then of course I went into the beauty industry, and the beauty industry is really hard because you have these women with these totally unrealistic expectations. They come in with a picture of a person and they're like, okay, I want this. And you're like, okay, well, this may come as a shock, but you are not that person. Your eyes are not shaped like that person's eyes. Or I'm not a hairstylist, but your hair is not that person's hair. Okay, you're aware you're not Rihanna, right? just getting that out of the way, right? But I used to have ladies come in and say the same thing. They'd be like, so you do so-and-so's lashes, right? That's right, I do so-and-so's lashes. Okay, well, I want exactly what she has because her lashes are beautiful. Oh, thanks, that's a compliment to me, appreciate it. Oh, nice. This is a new one I just added today. And, but your eyes, oh, the sticker has something on it. But your eyes are not her eyes and your lashes are not her lashes. So you are probably not going to look like her. And so what happens? No, but seriously, yeah, I really just want what she wants. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I do it. And then they're like, yeah, no, this doesn't look like hers. I'm like, yeah, well, we had this conversation. Yep, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Even when I complain, I try to be polite to the customer service representatives because I know the problem was not directly their fault. And that is how I try to be too. Like, I'm never one to fly off the handle. I'm never one to be like, what? Because usually it's not their fault. And even with the servers, like if your steak, so Ander worked at Outback Steakhouse, if your steak comes out undercooked, chances are it is not the server's fault. Chances are it is the cook's fault. I mean, possibly the server wrote down the wrong information, but there's a higher chance that it was just the cook's fault. And so, people get really angry. I've heard of people, and no offense if anybody does this, I don't think this is right, but I've heard of people putting like a stack of dollar bills on the table, and every time their server makes a mistake, they take a dollar bill away. I think tipping culture needs to be ex-nayed altogether. I think tipping culture is so toxic and needs to be done away with, period. I don't think tipping should be accepted anywhere, at coffee shops, at restaurants, at beauty salons, anything, because realistically, you should be able to pay your employees a livable wage regardless of what it is they do. You want to own a business? Well, congratulations. You have all the costs of owning a business, which include paying people to work for you. Don't rely on other people to pay your employees. That's ridiculous. If you're going to have, like these days you go to like a frozen yogurt place and they like have these, and everything's electronic now, right? So they turn their little iPad around and face you, and there's the spot for a tip. And I'm like, this is frozen yogurt. Like, I worked at Quiznos Subs, which isn't a whole lot different than frozen yogurt, and I never got tips. I don't know. Restaurants should pay a livable wage and tipping should go. I totally agree. Oh, Shadowhawk is in, wait, are you in Italy right now? In Italy where my family lived, they get offended if you tip. See, we need to flip it. I don't know. I had coworkers that, gosh, I wish that was the way it was here. Because you should never leave it up to other, like your customers, to pay your employees. The fact that it is 2021 and we have people that are making $2.13 an hour in order to serve tables, and then they rely on those people's good grace. Because what if you just get somebody that's having a bad day, which happens? What if you get somebody that stiffs you, that walks out and doesn't tip you at all? What if you get people that get in an argument while they're at the table and then they take it out on you? I mean, you're literally basing your employees' pay on whether or not the people coming in and sitting at this table are in a good mood or not, realistically. And, oh, now I'm from England. I'm half Italian though. Nice. Okay. Well, I think that's great because I really wish tipping should go everywhere. I had coworkers and I might have mentioned this on stream before, but it's something I'm super passionate about because I have been in the beauty industry and I don't appreciate this whole culture behind, like, I used to have coworkers that would say, well, she only tips me $5, so whatever. It doesn't really matter how good of a job I do or whatever. And I remember being so frustrated with that because here's the difference. In the beauty industry, you are paid. You are not paid $2.13. You are paid, most of the time you're paid a commission. So you're being paid, 32% commission. Maybe you start out at 30% commission off of your prices. So you are being paid for your work. And now you are getting angry and not doing your best job on that person because they aren't giving you extra money? What is wrong with this picture? There is something very wrong with this picture. Now, if somebody wants to like do an extra good job because their person tips them like $20 on a service, fine. If you want to go above and beyond, great. I went above and beyond for everybody because it was my job and because I loved what I did and because I was being paid for what I was doing. Tips were not my only form of income. So as far as I was concerned, the tips were just a bonus. That's why it's called gratuity. It's like extra. If you want to pay me extra, great. I was always up at the front and out at the front real quick. I did not want to be around when my clients were talking about tips because I just think it's inappropriate. And I did not want to be anywhere near that. I didn't want to hang around. I didn't want to listen because we didn't have one of those systems where you could input the tip on your own. Our front desk girls had to actually ask if they wanted to leave gratuity, which was always awkward. So I tried to get out of there as soon as I could. I was being paid for my service. Did I have people that tipped me extra and were really friendly and kind? Yes, I did. And I appreciated it a lot. And I had people hand me cash tips and stuff and it was great. But did I ever lower my bar because somebody left me a crappy tip? Absolutely not. That is the worst way of thinking. You're going to lower your bar because you're not being paid extra money. That's insane. I can't even handle it. Ugh. Most delivery services are gone now ever since Uber Eats came along. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I don't necessarily think tipping is bad. I just don't think it should be expected. If someone gives you a fat tip, that's great. That's how I am. I'm like, look, if you want to add an extra, I had a client that tipped me $20 every single time she came to see me, and she came to see me weekly. I mean, it was super, super kind of her, but did I do any better on her lashes? I mean, I tried to, I guess, because she tips me, extra, but was I going to do worse on anybody else? No, I was going to do the same job. But that was also because I had so much pride in my work. Those clients were my business cards. So if I did a shoddy job on one person, but a really good job on another, that's counterproductive. Like, these people are my business cards. I want them to go out and show their faces to as many people as possible because I wanted those referrals to be like, oh my gosh, your lashes look beautiful. Where did you get them done? Oh, well, Susie does them at this place. I just cannot understand. Some people just, that dollar trick sets up a really awkward power dynamic. Tipping is antiquated, is an antiquated phenomenon from the Great Depression. Yeah, I think it's terrible. I think it's absolutely terrible. Like J-Hop said, I guess if you want to give somebody a really awesome tip, Cool. Great. But it shouldn't be the sole payment for somebody who's waiting tables, which is a really hard, obnoxious job as it is, because you're dealing with people. And then, like I said, you're dealing with people that maybe just had a bad day. Like the guy that got super angry with me because I couldn't seat him at a booth. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on the booths. He got so angry with me because I couldn't seat him at a booth, so I sat him at a table instead. And then he saw a booth get up and he wanted to move to that booth, but that would have shifted around servers and it would have made things really complicated. People don't realize in a restaurant that servers have sections. And if you take a different, like if you just take another server's table when you've already been greeted and served by a server, there's like this whole, oh, hey, it's James. I know. This is a sticker redemption. You can redeem it again. I have plenty. I even have smaller ones. Tiny ones. You can sticker my whole face if you want to. I just added that one today. Because actually, I used to do that when I did singing time with the kids that I go to church with. We did something called musical measles. And if they sang really, really well, they got to come up and I gave the stickers to their teachers. And I said, okay, I want you to be watching your classes, and whoever sings really, really well, give them a sticker. And at the end of each verse, all the kids got to come up and stick stickers all over me. And I have a picture of it on my Instagram somewhere. I was covered in stickers. And they put them everywhere on me. They put them on my toes. They put them on my legs. They put them on my middle. They put them on my face. They put them on my arms. They put them everywhere. And I came across that picture and I was like, that's a great channel point redemption. I was thinking Metroid measles, but then I was like, no, I'll just do stickers. That's fun. That's super fun. Was that one guy I did a good customer? Oh, he was. He was very, very kind. I don't know if he was being truthful to me or if he was lying to me. I'm not really sure because he told me he had a wife, but then when he came in later to get his lashes refilled, he told whoever did his lashes at that point that he had a husband. I don't really know which story was true or not, but he was a very, very nice guy and he was extremely kind. I have no idea if he tipped me or not. I never checked. I never knew. I didn't ask. I didn't, I just, it wasn't important to me. If somebody handed me like a cash tip, then yeah, you know, I could see how much they gave me. But I actually think I had one client who for years and years and years and years and years, she came to see me. I think almost the entire 8.5 years I was there, she was a dedicated client of mine. And I am pretty sure she never tipped me. Not once. And I can say it wasn't for lack of funds because she and her husband owned like 3 funeral homes. Funeral homes? That's where the money is, man. When people die, it's really sad. Funeral homes kind of rip people off. But yeah, she was always going on about, she was this cute, darling little old lady with powder white hair. She was a Southern belle. And she was darling, and her lashes were so hard because she was old and they were really frail and hard to see, but didn't matter. I was still being paid for that service, so it didn't matter. And I didn't even know she didn't tip me until like years later. One of my front desk girls mentioned it, and I was like, oh, she doesn't tip me? Yeah, whatever. It wasn't, the wife may have become a husband later. That is also true. I have no idea. I don't know. He had this whole story about how he met his wife at this restaurant and how he'd taken a couple drinks of liquid courage. I don't know. Maybe he had one of each at different points in time. That is also true. Although this was only like 3 weeks, so that would worry me. I don't remember the last time I ate at a sit-down place. Pre-COVID anyway. Yeah. Partly because things are expensive enough without tips, which is true. And I don't necessarily want to be waited on anyway. There was an awesome place in town where you had to clean up after yourself. They had the best falafel. You know, I've never had falafel. I've also never had a funnel cake. They have funnel cakes everywhere. They've got all these little like funnel cake trailers at Schlitterbahn. I haven't tipped anyone since COVID began. I mean, I just think tipping, if you had like crazy outstanding service, fabulous. If you want to give somebody an extra tip, if you want to like brighten somebody's day, you see these little videos on like Instagram or TikTok or whatever of people tipping people like $1,000 or $100 or whatever, like around the holidays. If you want to make somebody's day or whatever, that's great. But if you are a business owner, do not make tips the only way your employees make money. That's not cool. That's totally not cool. And then servers usually have to do tip share. Some hosts or back waiters or like busboys or whatever, they get like a percentage of the tips that come in. I think at PF Chang's, our back waiters did not make tip share. I think they made hourly. Surely you've been to an amusement park. How do you get out of one without a funnel? I know, that's what I'm saying. They were everywhere at Schlitterbahn. I don't know. I've never had a funnel cake. I don't know. I should probably add that to my list. Stream funnel cake making and eating one stream. Worst thing is there are owners that take the staff's tips. There are? Why? Because they feel like they're theirs? I hope they pay them. Oh gosh. Yeah, no. I just say, like I said, if you are going to own a business, you need to be able to pay your employees with the business. Don't rely on your customers, because customers are always different. They're all people. We have to have pretty horrific service to tip less than 20%. And that's probably because we've both worked in food service. And so we feel like we're kind of obligated, but we really don't eat at sit down restaurants much either, because as our family grows, it becomes more and more expensive to go out and eat. Like right now, Auden is a baby, so she still, drinks formula. And for a while, she'll just eat off of my plate once she gets old enough to be able to eat like legit food. But once you start having to order a kid's meal at every single place you go, it is expensive. Oh, Bishop had an owner take staff tips. What the heck, man? Dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. I think this is like the most water I've ever drank. Ingested during a stream. Susie. Falafel is fantastic. Oh, I don't like hummus. They're both made from chickpeas? Ugh, that scares me. Where is falafel from? What is falafel even? What is those things? I don't know. I've never had falafel before, but my mom is a huge fan of pita bread and hummus. And I tried it, and my mom and my brother went through this huge phase, this long phase where all they wanted was pita bread and hummus. And I tried it, and it was not my style. What I do love, however, is chips and pico. We have tomatoes growing out on our planter boxes, and we can make these giant bowls of pico de gallo. Oh my gosh, we can like eat. Some people are indentured servants and the owner stole their tips. The owner paid for their green card. Okay, well that makes sense. Ugh. Speaking of workers, I did see a tweet the other day, or maybe it was I don't remember what it was, but it was like they say there are worker shortages, but like 1 in 4 women can't get back into the workforce because they don't have childcare. So maybe it's not really a worker shortage, it's more a childcare shortage, which I do kind of agree with, because I would probably be in the workforce if I had somebody to watch Auden. And I wouldn't even really necessarily want to work full time, but if you're looking for workers, maybe we need to look at other ways of getting workers, because the pandemic really did a number on working mothers for sure, because they had to choose between their kids and their job. +1 to Michael's comment. Hummus is incredible. Falafel, hummus, and a salad. It's Mediterranean, Middle Eastern food. Ever try baklava? No. But you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of You've Got a Friend in... No, not You've Got a Friend in Me. Friend Like Me, sung by Robin Williams, where he goes, how about a little more baklava? And he pours out the hat, and they're like a bunch of little chips, right? No, I've never had falafel. I've never had baklava, but apparently I need to try it. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Stardew Valley. Unless, of course, you guys just want to keep chatting. Not that we can't chat. Sometimes I just get distracted while I'm playing Stardew Valley. I did just download a game, so it was on sale for like $2, $2.99. It's called, oh, wait a minute. What is it called? Wait. Hob? Hob. The definitive edition. So it was like, I was on sale for $2.99, which is so cheap that I was just like, sure. I also want to get Moonlighter, which is on sale right now. The definitive edition is on sale right now for like $6.95, I think. It's like nothing. So anyway, I'll let you guys know how it is. And I got a letter. Oh, that's right. The Moonlight Jellies will be passing by Pelican Town on their long journey south for the winter. We're all gathering at the beach to watch. You don't want to miss this. See you tonight. Oh, that's from Demetrius. Oh, I thought that was from Mayor Lewis. 10 o'clock? Oh. Dude, that's late for a farmer, yo. Like, I'm in bed by 7. 10 o'clock, man. That is like heckin' late. It's heckin' late. My inventory's full. I don't know. All I'm saying is tipping is for the birds. In most situations. What? I only have 3 chickens? I thought I had 4. Dang it. Baklava is layered pastry with honey and pistachios. It's divine. Wow. I need to make that also. Once I start messing around with Blurp, I need to make that a command. Wow. I can't do it very well, but hold on. Okay, I've got a lot of blueberries. Oh, she's not working on my horse stable because of the Moonlight Jellies. That's not until 10 o'clock at night. Robin, get on it. Great Scott. Robin. Will anybody do anything today? I need everybody to be on my schedule, gosh dang it. Okay, wait. Have I ever had... That looks like something out of Harry Potter. Which, speaking of Harry Potter, I have a question. It's been a long time since I've seen Order of the Phoenix. I've only seen it once. I'm literally at the Department of Mysteries right now. Death Eaters are chasing Harry and Ron and Hermione and Ginny and Neville and Luna all over the place. And it's so stressful, and I know it's coming, and it's making me really sad and anxious. But I just needed to get it over with and just have it be done, right? Question, though. I don't know if they do this in the movie, but Harry goes through the fire. You're gonna have to actually spell that out on how to pronounce that. Skungili? Skungili. Oh, I could be pronouncing that so wrong. Do I need 5 fiddlehead ferns? I think I do. Wait a minute. Wait just 1 second. I just have a question, because Harry goes into the fire and he talks with Lupin and Sirius about his dad. Oh, I've already done 5 hops. Yes, 5 fiddlehead ferns. Okay. He talks to Sirius and Lupin about his dad, and he wants to know, why his dad was acting like an idiot, right? And they're like, oh, we were all idiots because we were teenagers and stuff. Why didn't Sirius bring up the mirror? They didn't ask him, like, what fire he was in, like, where he was talking to them from. They didn't ask any of that. I feel like Sirius could have been like, hey, there's an easier way to do this. There's this mirror I gave you. Why didn't you use that? And then nothing from the Department of Mysteries would have even happened. Makes me so frustrated. That makes it all the more heartbreaking because he finds that mirror after Sirius dies, which is even more just gut-wrenching. It's so sad. It's so sad. And I hate it, and I'm almost there, and I'm really sad about it. Oh, I need an opal. No. Is that an opal? Topaz. Topaz. And an amethyst. Oh, shoot. I need to give that to Abigail. Skungili is Italian sliced conch? Or is that pronounced conch? It's pronounced skungili. Oh, okay, so I had it right. I had that right. Conchs are the weirdest freaking things. I have seen conchs. I've pulled one out of the ocean. They are bizarre. Conchs, conches. They are very strange things. Strange creatures. I've also heard escargot is really good, but I'm too scared to try it. Does not sound ideal. Yeah, I can't remember what happens in the Order of the Phoenix movie. In that whole scene where they're all fighting in the Department of Mysteries, I can't remember everything that goes down. I don't remember how it all goes down. Does Ron come over with the giggles? Does that happen in the movie? He's laughing and there's blood coming out of his mouth, like trickling out of his mouth. And it keeps bubbling as he's talking to Harry, and he's laughing. And he's going, Harry, you know what? We were in this room with planets and we saw Uranus, Harry. Get it? Uranus, we saw it. He's laughing. It's creepy. He asks Luna, he's like, what did they do to him? She's like, I don't know. I don't remember that being in the movie. I don't know. But it's been a really long time since I've seen it, so I have a feeling I need a tuna. Maybe totally worth it if I... Wait, is that a tuna? Yeah, okay, fine. What else was I looking at that she had? She had something. Oh, a yam. Wait. Fall crops? Rare crops. No. 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 Fall crops. A yam! Sweet potato. Who is it? C Prime. How's it going? Are you going to bed? Hmm? It's in Mama and Papa's room somewhere. You might have to read another one tonight. You have plenty of Calvin and Hobbes books to choose from. Say that again. I don't remember. I just remember seeing it on the bed. Have you knocked on the door? I have the giggles right now. Yeah, Ron has the giggles. I'm not going to buy a yam if I can just plant one. I think I'm good, right? That's everything. Anchovy. Oh, do I need an anchovy? Anything I can buy instead of catching myself. It's a good situation. Anchovy. Is this an anchovy or a sardine? Oh, it's a sardine. Gee, dang it. Butterfish, yam, an apple. I feel like I need an apple, actually. Cave carrot. Oh, purple mushroom. That's what I wanted to check. I think I do need a purple mushroom. In the medicinal bundle? Oh, I need 5. Oh, dang it. Okay. Well. Children's field research. Oh, that's where I need a purple mushroom. Okay, I will buy that purple mushroom. Oh, I need 3 apples. Gee, dang it. They're throwing all these numbers at me. Can I just give you one? Get to bed. What time is it? It's 8:50? Yeah, she should have had lights out like 20 minutes ago. She's looking for a Calvin and Hobbes book, which I think is adorable. She reads Calvin and Hobbes each night before she goes to bed. It's honestly how she learned to read, was reading Calvin and Hobbes books. And I'm very proud of her. But when it's like 9 o'clock at night and she's going, Mama, do you know where that Calvin and Hobbes book is? I'm like, darling, you've got like 6 Calvin and Hobbes books. Just pick one. Pick one. Are there ferns down here? Fiddlehead ferns? No. Also, I did not really love the actress they had play Professor Umbridge. I didn't think she was nasty looking enough. She's supposed to look like a toad. And the little bow on her head, top of her head, she wears this little bow that looks like a fly sitting on the top of her head. That's what Harry thinks pretty often. Okay, let's go to the community center and put away all the stuff we need to put... Oh, I was going to buy that mushroom. Hold on. I got to close my door because Charlotte left it open. Okay. Daniel Radcliffe carried the most baggage in Hollywood. It's hard not thinking of Harry Potter whenever he's in anything. I agree. I totally agree. I actually kind of feel the same way. Not that this guy carried a lot of baggage in Hollywood, but the guy who played Napoleon Dynamite, how do you get any sort of role after such an iconic role that was so typecast. I know he was in a couple things after that, and I just don't think he ever... I haven't seen him in anything. I know he was punked. I think he was punked by Ashton Kutcher. I think he has... No. Does he have a twin brother? I don't think he has a twin brother. Yeah, I also felt the same way about the guy who played Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey. Not that I was into the 50 Shades of Grey, but I was like, dude, how are you ever going to get another movie role? Like, you're just always going to be Christian Grey all the time. How those books went so popular, I do not know. I mean, I kind of know, but my gosh. Okay, treasure room? Treasure. No. Where's the... Was it down here? I think he went... Yeah, I think he bore it all naked on, Broadway? I think. I guess. Way to go. I don't know. Kind of crazy, but okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, these allergies are going to be the death of me. I did not love Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. I don't know. I think... Like, I did, but I didn't. He wasn't... The golden trio they picked was not to my liking, but that could also just be because I was just extremely overly picky. But I'm not a huge fan of the Harry Potter movies just kind of in general. For instance, Michael, do you know who Peeves is? Actually, Peeves is a pretty important part of the Harry Potter series. There are multiple scenes regarding that involve Peeves that they had to kind of... It almost felt like they had to work harder in the movies to make them work because they didn't have Peeves. I don't know. That was irritating to me. Why would you not have Peeves? Seems very odd. Like, one of my favorite series... Fun fact, John Heater and the dude who played Pedro were both twins. Oh, really? I did not know that. Dude, I lived in Idaho. And that's really what it's like. I didn't live in Preston, Idaho, but I lived in Idaho, and that is pretty accurate. Peeves. Yeah. He's a poltergeist who lives in the castle. Oh, I just gave away your amethyst. Sorry, girl. Do you ever get an urge to go exploring, Susie? Okay. Pretend you just want a free vacation. Where would you go? I would go to the beach. Huh. I think that would get old fast. Well, okay. Well, you gave me some weird, wacky answers. I didn't like any of your answers, to be honest, Abigail. It's not exactly my fault. Hey, girl, hey. Emily usually cooks dinner, but she makes weird stuff like quinoa. I would have thought Haley would have been down with quinoa. Or were they setting up? Yeah, okay. Crap. I can't go find Elliot. Greta Thunberg, you have stolen my childhood. I didn't like Daniel Radcliffe. How dare you? I know. I don't know. He was fine. I didn't love a lot of the people they cast. Oh, hey, I have an egg for Alex. Hey, man, here. This is cool. Thanks. You're welcome. I don't know. Whatever. I'm being picky. I don't know. I did see some behind the scenes stuff with him that was great. Because apparently now, well, that just looks like poop. A mudstone? Okay, sure. A mudstone. Got it. Okay. He looked like he was very funny behind the scenes. Yep, I'm carrying poop. Go manure my garden with this. Hey, Gunther. Yeah, I want to donate this poop to your museum. Oh, it's like a Hershey's Kiss. They knew. Concerned Abe knew. Oh my gosh. Who would have been a better Harry? Oh geez, I don't know. I have no idea. There were certain people that were great. Like Alan Rickman as Snape was fabulous. Turn to page 324. I can't even do it. Professor McGonagall was great. She was like spot on. Bang on. Trying to think who else. Professor Flitwick was pretty good. Professor Sprout. Madam Hooch and her weird eyes. Malfoy was good. Draco Malfoy was really good. Lucius Malfoy was also really good. Jason Isaacs, he did a really good job. Cornelius Fudge. I thought the actor who played Hagrid was pretty good. I didn't like how Hagrid was written, though. I think I would have enjoyed him more had they kind of made him out to be kind of stupid, and Hagrid really isn't. I mean, yes, he has kind of he has a blind spot where monsters are concerned and whatnot, but all those moments where he says things like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, and all this, like, I don't know. There were just moments where I was like, they kind of make Hagrid an oaf, and he's not in the books. And that's one of the things Harry is so passionate about, and he's so worried about with Umbridge, is the fact that he's terrified she's going to sack him because he's part giant. And because she treats him that way. Like, I don't remember if they do this in the movie or not, but when she goes to inspect his class after he gets back, he shows up late because he's been with the giants and all that stuff, and he shows up late. And when she inspects his class, she talks really loudly and slowly as if he can't understand her, because she's trying to act like she's pretending he's this big oaf because he's part giant. And she's going, I'm going to walk around and ask questions. And of course, the Slytherins understand what she's doing, and they're laughing and trying to keep it together. And Hermione realizes what she's doing too, and Hermione is like crying and has tears of rage, and she's like muttering under her breath, and she's going, I know what you're doing, you awful hag. And she's so angry. Harry, of course, like usual, is clueless. 394. Oh, is it 394? Did I say 24? Send you a voice clip of my spot on Rickman. Yes. Rickman is so good. He was great. He was a great Snape. I was kind of torn on Dumbledore because I liked the second actor, but I also felt like, well, he didn't ask Harry calmly. And we all know how I feel about that. But like I said, I don't know if that was the actor or if that was the director. I don't know. It was probably the director. Because we talked about this last stream. When Professor Umbridge gets really angry at Marietta Edgecombe, who's the one who rats on Dumbledore's army, she doesn't want to pull the robes down below her face because she's got the word sneak written across her face. And like I said, I don't remember how they do this in the movie, but oh, sweet. But she's like shaking her head or something. Oh, they modify her memory without Umbridge knowing. Kingsley is behind Harry and does it silently, and Umbridge doesn't realize it's happened. And so when she's asking Marietta questions, Marietta's shaking her head, even though the answers should be yes, but Marietta is shaking her head, and she grabs her and starts shaking her. And that's when Dumbledore is on his feet, and he says, I cannot allow you to manhandle my students, Dolores. So the fact that that happens, but that he like grabs Harry and like shakes him in the movie. Continuity. Which parent has a giant amount? Hagrid's mom. Hagrid's mom was a giantess. Grop is in book 5, right? Or in movie 5, right? Do you actually meet Grop? I mean, you must, because he kind of comes into play when all the centaurs carry Umbridge away. But no, there's that great scene, and they did a pretty good job of it in the movie. But when Fred and George leave the school, the book scene is just fantastic because Peeves is always causing problems. And why he's there, to be honest, I don't really know why he's there. I don't know why Dumbledore lets him stay, but he is the only he's like where all the other ghosts are kind of pearly white and silver. Peeves is like brightly colored, and he wears like a little bow tie, and he's got this evil little face, and he's constantly just wreaking havoc all over the place. Filch hates him. Students hate him. Everybody hates him. Why he's there, I don't know. Whatever. I guess it builds character. Fine. Whatever. When Fred and George, they turn the entire Charms corridor into a swamp. And they give Harry the distraction from Umbridge that he needs to get into her office and use her fire. So when he comes out of her office, the entire school is surrounding Fred and George that are standing in the middle of the entrance hall. And they look very, very sheepish, like they know they've been caught. And Filch has this decree, basically, that gives him permission to whip students. And he's so excited about it. And he's been dreaming of it for years, apparently. And he brings Umbridge the decree. And she says something like, "So, you thought it would be funny to change the entire Charms corridor into a swamp." And Fred's like, "Pretty funny, yeah." And he and George are just kind of standing there. And the whole school's watching. And she says, "You are about to find out what happens to wrongdoers in my school." And this is after Dumbledore leaves, so she's technically headmistress. And they're like, "You know what? I don't think we are." And so they use a summoning charm, and their brooms they get ripped out of the wall because they're in Umbridge's office, and they get on their brooms, and as they rise into the air, they look at Peeves and they say, "Give her hell from us, Peeves." And he stands at attention and salutes, and then they fly out the front doors into the sunset, and it is one of the greatest chapter endings ever. And he does. He takes exactly what Fred and George asked him to do to heart, and he is a nightmare for Umbridge. They don't put any of that in the movie. It's such a shame. Oh, what? I am playing with this controller. Yeah, which parent was a giant among Harry's parents? Oh, yeah. His mom. Abigail, you're going the wrong way. It's down this way. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. Re-listening to the books, I mean, it's impossible to put everything in the books. This is why I hope someday they make a mini-series, because it's really impossible to put everything in the books, in the movie. They need to do a mini-series where they can put more, maybe not everything, because I think we talked about this last stream too, because I'm pretty sure movie 6 doesn't go into a whole lot of detail about Voldemort's past, which is a huge part of that's basically what book 6 is Harry having these private lessons with Dumbledore, so he can learn Voldemort's history, so he can figure out so he learns what the Horcruxes are, how he's made them, what they possibly are. Anyway, I don't know. Like the whole scene between Marape and now I can't remember their names. The Gaunt family, which is basically Voldemort's mother, and her brother and her dad, who are like, I wonder how they taste. I would never try it, of course. Wouldn't you, Gus? Don't tell Gus, but I'm a little disappointed there's no buffet tonight. Well, you could have brought food, Pam. A lamb a ding dong. Maybe not enough for everybody. Whatever. Oh, look at that. There is Abigail. I just saw her walking. Maybe she apparated. I thought I saw something moving in there. Something big. Something dark. Well, yeah. But I don't know. I like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, so I don't really quite remember, but that's such a big part of the book. The jellies were here a year ago, and they'll be back again a year from now. Nature is amazing. Well, Shane didn't say something super mean to me, so that's nice. I hope there are babies this year. Me too, Jazz. Me too. There! I just saw something glowing. Oh, it's gone. What are these boxes for? Oh, shoot. I wish I could give my pomegranate to Elliot. Look out there at the endless sea. Deep underwater. All kinds of life forms. My controller has problems sometimes. Are moving around in the dark. Eerie, isn't it? Yes, yes, I hate the ocean. I wore my special shoes tonight. No one noticed. Maybe we need to, like... Can you marry Clint? If we keep polluting the oceans, the jellies will surely go extinct. It's already in the process of happening. What a shame. We have no respect for nature anymore. Can you marry Clint? I know he's into Emily, but can we, like, give him gifts so he's not so depressed anymore? Yes, Voldemort was. He was half Muggle, and his mother was a witch, and his father was a Muggle. And it is believed, though Dumbledore is never actually able to tell, Dumbledore isn't for sure. He says he thinks Voldemort's mother probably used a love potion because Voldemort's mother was pretty awful looking. I think that comes from the all of these pure blood families wanting to keep the blood in the family. And the house is a mess and it's disgusting and it's gross and... Oh, what is her brother's name? I can't remember what her brother's name is. They're the jellies. Her name was Maripe. Oh, and her grandfather's name is Marvolo because Tom Riddle is named after his grandfather. So Tom Marvolo Riddle. Tom was his father's name, but I can't remember Maripe's brother's name. Something with an M, because they were all with M's. But that's why Voldemort hates Muggleborn so much, is because his mother was a Muggle. No, his mother was a witch, and his father was a Muggle, and his father left his mother when he found out what she was. And he took that personally, which I don't blame him. But you can't go kill people. There are babies! Cute. I don't know. The whole story is really sad, and you do kind of understand why Voldemort became the way he became, but it still doesn't excuse his behavior. I mean, by the time he's at school, like by the time he's like 16, I think he's already murdered his father and his uncle. I'm pretty sure. What was his uncle's name? And the moonlight jellies carry on toward the great unknown. I can't remember his uncle's name. I don't know. Woo! It's 12 o'clock a.m. We gotta get to bed. Not before I put one of these in here. Gotta have stuff working while I'm sleeping. Morphin. That's right. That's right. These are all in memories Dumbledore shows Harry in the Pensive. They have all of these nights where they go into the Pensive and they look at these memories. Some of them are Dumbledore's, some of them are not. Some of them are memories he's collected from other people. Like that one with Morphin and Maripe, and Marvolo. It's totally wild. Voldemort's whole entire like history and everything. It's fall. Woohoo! Found some good quality stone. Maybe you can build with it or something. Thanks, George. Guys, look, my horse! Oh my gosh, okay. We got Beanlet! Only took me until fall. Beanlet! Oh, Raya will be so happy. Beanlet! Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, the Gaunts are Voldemort's magical family, and they are direct. Oh, I got a big brown egg. Directly related to Salazar Slytherin, I believe. They all speak Parseltongue. They're crazy because they've been like inbreeding for years. Ugh. Have I checked all these? Oh, apparently I have. Okay. Okay. All right. What are we going to plant now? Whoops. That is not. Okay. I have some money to buy some seeds. What do I need for the community center? That's really all I need. Stuff for the community center. Well, I didn't ever get any big giant crops. You make me sad. that was what made that book so fascinating, was learning the whole backstory of Voldemort and how the Horcruxes came to be, and like why he, I don't know, the fact that when he was still at school, he was already calling himself Lord Voldemort, but only to his very, very closest, I wouldn't say friends, because even Dumbledore is like, Voldemort never had friends. He had, you know, followers, but he never, and though some people would say they felt like they were his friends, he didn't do friends. That's just how he was. No friends. Did I get any mushrooms? Beanlet! I love beanlet. Sometimes these giant mushrooms will grow. I don't see any. Man, I haven't cleared any of this land. I probably should. My goal would be to get like 6 different barns and just have, you know, pigs in one, cows in another, goats in another. So I'll clear that land eventually, but today is not that day. Beanlet! Oh, let's check this. Let's check this cave. Does does the movie show Voldemort working at Borgin and Burke's, and like everybody's super confused because they're like, what? Tom Riddle is working at Borgin and Burke's? It makes no sense. He's like the most talented, smartest, most charming boy in the school. Why would he work at Borgin and Burke's? But it's because it was his job to go charm people. What the heck, man? To go charm people out of their treasures. Oh, yeah, because that's another thing. Like, there's this scene where he's supposed to charm this woman. What's her name? Hepzibah something. And she has Hufflepuff's cup. And he comes to talk to her, and she's got this ancient house elf that she's like, oh, he's here. Go quick, grab the brandy or whatever. I'm thinking of Stephen Fry. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've listened to it, but I remember that. Oh, I already have a big brown egg. Gee, dang it. I thought that's what I needed. Gee, dang it. Yeah, I'm excited to listen to book 6. Book 6 is a good one. Book 5 is hard. It's hard and it is sad. Umbridge is the worst. Oh, she's the worst. Oh, look at me. I'm flying because I'm riding on my horse Beanlet. Okay, if I want a barn. 10,000. Oh, I want a fish pond. Oh, I do need green algae. Oh, okay. I do have both of those things. Not on me at the moment. Oh, I can do this. Move out the way, chickens. These are not the final resting areas for these things. They're just going there now. I need to find Elliot. I got a pomegranate. Let's go find him. I've probably said this before on stream, but I could talk about Harry Potter for hours. There's so much to go into. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are flying. Beanlet. Beanlet. Hey, there he is. Quick. This is a beautiful gift. Thank you. You are welcome. Oh, I need the breathe right strip. There's my thumbnail. Ugh. I'm not sick. I am not sick. I thought I was. I am not. Just very, very congested. I've heard people say, can Beanlet write? Oh, he can. He or she, they can. I don't know. Is Beanlet a boy's name or a girl's name? I don't know. Yes, it could be really be either. horsey. I had cousins that had horses when I was growing up. I always really wanted a horse. And then my mom was like, yeah, no, you don't. You don't want a horse. Oh, what? Oh, that's right. With Beanlet, I can't take like my normal shortcuts. That's okay. I need seeds. That's what I need. What am I doing? I am wasting time. Wasting time. Okay. What do I need? Oh my. What's it called is full. My inventory. Oh, but I think I can sell directly to Pierre. I can sell you mixed seeds. Sure. I think I need to hang on to salmon berries. I can sell you an orange and I can sell you an egg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, gee, dang it. Let me go sell some of these to Willie real quick and then I will be right back. Or just go put them in my shipping bin. I feel like this story is not suffering from a supply chain shortage. No, it is not. Even with Joja Mart. Up there? No, up there. You'd think. Mayonnaise. I think I do need a pumpkin. I think I will. Oh, I'm gonna need fertilizer. Oh, I only have 7,000 gold. I don't know, man. Fertilizer? Only on the stuff that takes forever to grow, like pumpkins. Oh, I love beanlet. I love having beanlet. It's great. Oh, what? Shoot, I should have... Oh, yes, I can. Okay. Here you go. Mayonnaise. Okay. What do I need? What do I need for the fall bundle? Brewers bundle, rare crops, fall crops. Corn, eggplant, pumpkin, yam. Sweet potato. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Yes. Do these continue to produce? Yes, they do. Awesome. And then what else do I need? Yams. Okay. How long do pumpkins? 13 days? Yeah. Corn seeds, 14 days. Okay. 5 days, 10 days. Ooh. Grape starter. I can get grapes from my little... Oh, I can make my own grass. Okay. Speed grow, 100. Oh, no. Look at that wallpaper. Catalog. Wow. Okay. If I want speed grow, it increases the growth rate by at least 10%. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that should be enough. Okay. Just doing some mental calculations. Beanlet, let's go. What happens when you get a giant crop? What do you do with it? Can you actually pick it? Can you put it in your shipping bin? I've never had that happen before, so I don't know. Okay. Can I like... Oh, that's my axe. Nope. Okay. I thought maybe I could like hold it down and make it, you know, like the watering can. Apparently not. Okay. Speed grow. Speedy grow. Fertilizer stays, right? Like even after you pick your crops, I think fertilizer does stay. Okay, we are going to plant pumpkins. Or, as my brother used to call them, humhines. When he was a small child. Which is my personal favorite attempt at trying to pronounce anything. What takes forever? Corn. Corn takes 14 days. Yeah. I used to really love when Charlotte called gloves glubs. That was one of my favorites. Mama, where's my glove? It's right here, baby. I let her call them glubs for probably far too long because it was just too cute. Oh, I couldn't handle it. She used to call spoons poons. Oh, that's right. I have a sticker on my face. I forgot. Hum Hines? Yeah. Hum Hines. And he used to call buffaloes flufflos. Yo, chicken. I don't remember what I used to say. I used to say boys and gews for boys and girls. Or so I'm told. I don't remember. I guess I should probably utilize... Oh, I didn't even utilize my sprinklers. Well, that's okay. It doesn't take that long to water these guys since I only have... Okay, maybe if I can get my aiming down, that would be great. Hum Hines. And I also have a video where my mother is... We're at a pumpkin patch, and my grandma is putting me on a pumpkin, and my mom goes, Susie, what does a pumpkin say? I was like, Ma, what the heck? How was I supposed to answer that? And she goes, well, I don't know. What did you answer? I said, I didn't say anything. And she goes, see? I was like, sure, Ma, sure. Oh, Mom. What do I need to make these? Oh, a battery pack. Dang it. That's right. Well, I need one of those rods to even make a thing to get a battery pack. What do I need earth crystals for? I need earth crystals for something. Oh, mayonnaise machines. Oh, but I need a copper. I can do that. I need to make more of those. Good heavens. Copper ore, stone. Okay, wait. I want to get on out of her. Make 1, 2. Okay, that's all I can make. Boop, boop. There we go. I don't remember. I was just gonna do something. What else was I gonna do? Earth crystals. Oh, that's right. How many copper bars do I need? 1? Oh, but I need wood. Oh, that's right. I gave all my wood up for my barn. Gee, dang it. Need more wood. Hines says, pow. Yeah, my mom was like, well, what did you say? Nothing. Well, then you're smart. Am I? I don't know why. You know, I sent my Switch Joy-Cons in to be repaired. And then I did that update that was supposed to update for Bluetooth audio. And ever since those two things happened, I don't know why the Joy-Cons would have anything to do with it, but ever since those two things happened, my controllers have not been staying connected. Some nights are worse than others. I don't understand it. But maybe, well, and this is a Pro controller, so it's not the Pro controller. It is obviously something to do with my Switch. I don't understand it. But that would make no, but that, well, something about that update. I don't know. Something happened. Oh, I can make a recycling machine. I can make a, come on. Seriously? Turns vegetables into pickles and fruit into jam. No, I need a mayonnaise machine. And another one. Oh, but I only have 3 chickens. Oh, well, that's okay. I'm gonna get more. Eventually. Yes. I'm going to sell my sap. I don't know if sap even sells for anything. I have absolutely no idea. I guess I can sell my copper bar. Oh, it's almost 9:30. Oh, since we've got school tomorrow morning, I should probably sign off soon. Where am I going? It is 8:40. Self. Tendies. Tendies and beanlet. My life is complete. Classic. Was she building that barn, or did I only start that barn? Oh, I can do the lightning rod. Oh, great. That is fantastic. It is good situation. Andrew has school tomorrow. You know what? It's supposed to be 48 degrees tomorrow morning. So I was like, Charlotte, I got news for you. You're going to have to get out of the car and we're going to have to just go to the crosswalk. I am not getting baby girl out if it's 48 degrees outside. I think you might just have to walk across the crosswalk yourself. And I was like, I don't have anything to put her in. I don't have any winter clothes. I don't have anything for her. And she was like, okay, how long do I have to do that? I was like, forever. It's kind of a baptism by fire. I wasn't really planning on doing that tomorrow, but I was like, it's going to be so cold in the morning. I don't have anything to put baby girl in that's warm enough. I think I might have a little mini sweater, but I don't have any pants or anything for her to wear. I guess I could wrap her up in a blanket, but seriously? I was like, Charlotte, we got to get to a point where you can at least, like, I'm not saying you have to let me just do the valet and just drop you off, you know, and let the teachers get you out of the school or like out of the car, but we need to get to a point where I don't have to get baby girl out of the car every time we come here because it's just hard. I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow morning goes. If I can sleep. Anders says I've been snoring, but so has he. Both of us have been snoring because both of our allergies are bad. I wear a Breathe Right strip. And it helps. I swear by Breathe Right strips, actually. Cold, allergies. Yeah, I swear by Breathe Rights. Okay, let's go to... I'm so annoyed. I don't know why that's happening. Like I said, it didn't start until I did that update. And I've tried to Google it to see if other people are having that problem too. And as far as I can tell, nobody else is having that problem. Ander hasn't been in school in who knows how long. Oh, what are you? Is this a hazelnut? I'll take a hazelnut. I am totally digging listening to this music while I play Stardew Valley. I love the Stardew Valley soundtrack, but it does get repetitive. It gets old. It gets old. Should I watch all the Harry Potter movies after I finish listening to them? I don't know. Perhaps. Whoa, whoa, too close. Too close for comfort, man. I've watched the first one recently. We watched it with Charlotte. But I haven't seen the second one. Gosh, I haven't seen them in years. Aha. I don't know who would have made a better Harry Potter. I'm not really sure. Oh, but Dune comes out this week. Oh man, how many of you guys are going to see Dune? I asked Ander if he wanted to go see it with me, and he was like, eh. Which is wild to me because Ander really likes sci-fi. Oh, thanks. So I'm kind of, oh, is that a diamond? Hot dang, I think it is. Oh yeah. So that's kind of funny to me that he's not really, well, I can't really think of the last time he was like legitimately excited about a movie. I think he's like, yeah, sure, I'll go see it, but he's not like stoked about it. I think it looks amazing. I'm very excited. And I am seeing that Timothy Chevrolet everywhere. He is all over the place, man. Apparently, he's playing the young Willy Wonka. They're doing like a young Willy Wonka movie. Although he's been compared a lot to Gonzo. And I hate to say it, but he has almost the exact same costume as Gonzo in the Christmas Carol. Like, people are not wrong. I'm gonna see it. Yes. Yeah. It was a just channel point redemption. Kind of surprised there weren't more, but it's okay.
No, you can get up until 6 tomorrow.
Oh.
So, like, thinking that I overslept.
Okay, I won't. I'm gonna sign off here in a minute. Yeah, like, I'm concerned. Why? Oh, no. Oh, dear. You know what? We're just gonna get on out of here. Oh, no, I hate these levels. Make you walk in this big old circle. He's your favorite director. How do you pronounce that? Villeneuve? Well, it looks like it's gonna be stunning. And I just recently listened to it, so it's like relatively fresh on my mind, even though I didn't appreciate the narration style. That's okay. Get out of town. Oh, I'm supposed to be breaking open rocks. Oh, no. Oh, man. I didn't know these guys. Oh, sweet. Thank you all. Bless all of you. Ta-da! Didn't I already have one of those? Okay. What the heck? Ugh. Shoot, maybe I have to send my whole Switch in. What will I do then? Because I guess you can't send your whole... Denis Villeneuve. Oh, got it. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. I think I need a ghost fish, don't I? I do need some of that super pale algae. Whatever it is. Shoot, maybe I should send in my whole Switch. What am I gonna do? White algae, not ghost algae. Okay, self. Wow. Even if I do catch one, I don't have anywhere to put it. Wow, okay. Hold on. Can I like delete all controllers and then repair them? Can I update this controller? Oh. Okay. Oh, what? No. Okay, I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay, we'll make it through this last day. And then, like I said, yeah, I don't know. Ever since I had that update, I have not been able to keep my, do I have anything for you, Sebastian? I do not. I do have an amethyst for Abigail if I see her. Oh, what? Oh, hello there, Susie. You showed up at the perfect time. Did I? It's our new special orders board. Robin and I built it from scratch. Lewis, all you did was hold the nails. Ooh, savage, Robin. Take that. Ignore her. Now, let me explain. You see, with Kalulu's farm back in business, the local economy has really been picking up. As a result, some of the local townsfolk have been asking me for a way to source their local ingredients for their businesses or personal projects. So, Robin and I came up with the idea of a new special orders board where people can post bigger jobs than would make sense for the old billboard outside Pierre's. Oh, great. So it's like an even more important errand board? I plan on requesting some hardwood for a bed I want to make. I won't put you on the spot, but if you want to help me out, you can just accept the job from this board. Who knows? Maybe if the bed turns out well, I'll start selling them in my shop. Sure. As if I don't have enough to do already. I thought so. I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Susie. Oh, precious. So, can we say that you're on board? Yes. Well, I'm sure you're busy, so we won't keep you away from your work any longer, other than asking you to do all these extra errands. Take care, Susie. Thanks, Lewis. Well, I disconnected all my controllers and repaired them all, and that did seem to help for a little while, but they've gotten bad again. Like this Pro controller won't stay connected for longer than like 10 minutes at a time. If that. I don't know. I'm kind of worried. But I guess I should probably... I'll do some more... Wait a minute. Hold on, I have an idea. So if I play with... No, wait. Sorry. Those are like... I've also been having problems with my left Joy-Con. So when it is attached to my Switch, the Switch recognizes that it's attached, but it won't connect, and I can't actually use it. And I sent these Joy-Cons in to be fixed because I was having issues with both the joysticks. But maybe that's what's causing problems, is the fact that it thinks the left one isn't connected and it's trying to connect to the left one. I don't know. I'm confused. I have to do more research because I'm super annoyed. Do I need a cave carrot? The second Joy-Cons might be trying to connect. Yeah, that's what I think. I think these Joy-Cons, because I'm having problems with the left one when it's connected, because even when I'm playing in handheld mode, it will periodically just stop working. And I have to like slide it up and then click it back down. And then even when I do that, it doesn't stay connected all the way. So maybe it's not even a problem with the Pro. It's not a problem with the Switch trying to connect with the Pro controller. It has something to do with the Joy-Cons, because I just noticed in that screen that it was asking for the left Joy-Con that was connected to the Switch. So perhaps it's losing the connection with that, and that's what it's asking for, because this is already connected. Obviously when it comes up, that's already connected, but that isn't. Okay, now I'm probably not making any sense, but either way, I'm still annoyed because I sent those in to be fixed. So I don't know if that's a Joy-Con issue or if that is a Switch issue. I don't know. Realistically, I'd really like to just buy a new pair of Joy-Cons because these ones are old and I could really benefit from just having a new pair. But the idea of forking out like $80 for a new pair of Joy-Cons kills me. Oh, that is a bad situation. It might be the pins for the left Joy-Con. You can disconnect and take a look to see if there might be a piece of lint in there. On this? Or on the Switch itself? I don't know. Do I need this hazelnut? Do I? Fall crops. Winter foraging. Fall foraging. Yes, I do. Oh, and I need a plum. Oh, and I need blackberries. Don't I have all those things? I I swear I have all those things because I need like 20 of them. Yeah. Wait. Yes. Hazelnut. Oh, awesome. What else do I need? I need some sort of mushroom. Wait. Yeah, I need a mushroom. Common mushroom. I think you can find those. Where's Beanlet? Oh, I left Beanlet somewhere. Sorry, Beanlet. On the Switch? Okay, I'll check it out on the Switch. But I think that's what's causing my problem. I think because it's not recognizing that the left one is attached, it's interrupting my Pro controller because it thinks somebody is trying to connect controllers. Ugh, it's a mess. I guess I can send them in again, but like I said, I don't know if it's a controller thing or if it's a Switch thing. But it didn't start happening until I updated. But I also sent my Joy-Cons in, and that's what. Oh, what is this? And that was when it started happening, actually, now that I think about it. So it could, but I updated really close to the same time that I sent them in. So there's a chance that it could have been one or the other. I don't really know. Okay, I'm not going to chop y'all at the mow. Whoops. No, what am I doing? Okay, we'll head to the community center. And then upon ending this day, it'll be time for me to get on out of here. Oh, Auden slept in today until 6:45. She usually wakes up at like 5:30. It was astounding. You can just clean out both the Joy-Cons and the Switch pins with some alcohol and see if it helps. I will try that. And I mean, if I have to buy new Joy-Cons, it's not going to be the end of the world. I mean, these are old Joy-Cons. Like, I get it. But I'd really rather not spend $80 on new Joy-Cons, especially since I don't really play handheld much these days. I just don't really have a lot of time. But, I hate the idea of not having... I don't know. That's steep. $80 for new Joy-Cons when they're not an absolute must. $80 for Joy-Cons, $60 for Metroid Dread. Is it down here that is the Treasure Hunters bundle? Yes. There we are. I guess I only need one more. Okay, so whatever I come across. Cool. Cool. Oh! One of these. Sweet. Nope, that's just money. And then I think it's the crafts room down here. I always go to that winter one. Okay, we're gonna do it in order. Or like in the right spot. Yeah. Okay, I need a mushroom. Wild medicine. I think you find those purple mushrooms in the lowest levels of the caves. I'm pretty sure. Brewer's bundle, animal bundle, fall crops. Oh, we're working on those. Okay. That lady sells you a rare seed. What is that rare seed? Is it a sweet berry? Or is it an no, the ancient seed. I think the ancient fruit is an ancient seed. And I actually think it is a... Where did Beanlet go? Where did I leave Beanlet? Oh. Oh. I was on Beanlet when I got that cutscene. Where is Beanlet? He'll be back tomorrow. I'll get him. The funny thing is, when I click my left Joy-Con onto the Switch, it makes that clicking sound, but it's not connecting Bluetooth-wise or whatever. It's not, like, it recognizes that it's clicked in, but for some reason it's not actually connecting to the Switch to be, like, playable. It's very odd. And I would just buy a left one, but if I'm gonna fork the money out if I'm gonna fork $40 out for one, I might as well just buy two. Why have one new one and one super old one? Seems silly. Okay, I think I've done everything there is to do except make some iron. Yeah. Got a cozy fire waiting for me. Charlotte wants us to use our fireplace. We haven't ever used our fireplace. It makes me laugh that people in Texas even have fireplaces. Why? Why? I mean, I know it gets kind of chilly in the it gets chilly in the wintertime, but a fireplace? Really? We had a fireplace in Utah, but that's Utah, man. I don't know. Seems silly to me. Okay, we've got tendies. We've got beanlet. Are the Joy-Cons connected when you see that interruption? Yes, they are. They are connected. But and see, since I took them off, we haven't had that interruption. So something is going on with my Joy-Cons that are actually connected to the Switch. Once I disconnected them, we stopped getting that interruption. But when I got the interruption, it showed that the left Joy-Con was not connected. No. I think it was trying to get me to connect the left Joy-Con. I don't remember. Now I don't remember. I'm going to have to mess around with it tomorrow and see what that looks like. But I think it's probably a Joy-Con thing because it happened around the same time I sent them in. And that kind of would explain it. If they were in there messing around, they might have accidentally messed up something with the connector or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know, but either way, I'll mess around with it tomorrow and see what the actual disconnection, what that disconnection screen looks like. Because whenever it pops up, my Pro controller is connected and it looks fine. But I don't know, but I haven't had that interruption since I took them off of the Switch, so that's really interesting. That's more of a lead than I had, so that's good. But I think it's time for me to turn in. It's time for me to get on out of her. I am tired, and I gotta be up early tomorrow morning to take Charlotte to school. It is gonna be cold. Ander is working tomorrow morning, although he's working closer to home than he usually does, so he doesn't have to wake up until 6. Lucky dog. Although that's what time I get up, depending on audit. I don't know. We'll see. Sundays are really hard for her because she can't have her normal nap time because she's, we're at church and whatnot. So she had kind of a rough afternoon. So Sundays are always kind of wild cards, but, yes, less than 3 for all of you. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me once again. Channel Point redemptions, all that stuff. I will keep you posted on Metroid Dread. I haven't decided exactly when I'm going to start streaming that yet. Michael, did you finish it? Are you done with it completely? If you have not already, please feel free to join my Discord. The link is right there in chat. We have a really good time in our Discord. We have a great time together. And it's a very wholesome, super cool place. So we would love to have you. I appreciate your guys' support and everything. I will be back on Wednesday at noon. I don't foresee any issues coming on Wednesday. We don't have any funerals. We don't have anything going on last Wednesday. And honestly, there is a chance that I could potentially stream with Auden again. I really think she was extra cranky because she did cut a tooth that night. And so it was the next morning that we realized it was there. And, and on hard mode, dang. Oh, I don't know. Am I brave enough to do hard mode? It looks so panicky already. I don't know. Whew. But if worse comes to worse, then I'll have to figure something out. I actually joked with Andrew the other day. I was like, you know what? I figured out how I can actually stream and have Auden at the same time. But I would have to find a way to raise my entire streaming setup about 2 feet. Because if I strap her to me and I wear her, she's totally chill. But I'd have to find a way to make my TV, my camera, and my computer all be about 2 feet taller. I don't know how to do that. I have a tripod for my camera, so I can make my camera do that. But then I'd be looking down at my TV down here, and I wouldn't be able to see chat. So anyway, worst comes to worst, but I don't foresee anything like that happening. Wednesday, I think we're pretty open. So I'll be back on Wednesday at noon. I hope all of you enjoy the rest of this Sunday evening, and I hope the start to your week on Monday tomorrow is good. Just remember that you are important and that you matter. You matter to me, and I appreciate all of you guys so much. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your evening, or wherever you may be. If you're, in the future or whatever, a great day, or, whatever. I love all of you, and I will see all of you guys next time. Mwah.